Yeah. You're not witnessing. Southside. You don't want it with the Southside.
Taste on the beat.
Bitch, I'm from a gang. Homie, what you playing? Rolling to the east, so you know I got that thing. Murder on my rival, smoking scriptures out the Bible. Feeling homicidal, mind infected as a child. Heart full of venom, sour like a lemon. Asking God, do G's really get to go to heaven? If not, I'm like, fuck it, rolling in a bucket. 30-round clip, got everybody ducking. My side of the tracks, loading up them straps. The real got my back and these bitches love my tats. It's all about survival, colliding with my rivals. Clip full of hollows, full metals and them rhinos. Oh, you don't bang and that really ain't your thing. Well, let me get the chain, you can charge it to the gang. Sucker ducking lanes, why they water down the game? Bring it real back in style, cause it's time for a change. Bitch, I'm from a gang, homie, what you claim? Ride around these streets, just smashing on these lanes. Bitch, I'm from a gang, fuck what you claim. Keep up on you on the track, cause I gotta do my thing. Bitch, I'm from a gang, homie, what you claim? Ride around these streets, just smashing on these lanes. Bitch, I'm from a gang, fuck what you claim. Keep up on you on the track, cause I gotta do my thing.
You got a project coming out?
It's
I
called,
didn't know if you want to put it out there, but what
Yeah,
you got going on?
I'm working on a new project called The Shooters.
Oh, damn, coming out heat like that,
Is that
huh?
coming off of Crime Family?
Yeah,
That's right.
excuse me.
How did you end up hooking up with Crime Family, dog?
I paroled 2007, somewhere around there. 2008, I got out to Tehachapi Shoe. My homies were already doing music and shit. I believe it might have been 2007.
Okay.
But they were doing music and shit. My Big Sanch, that's my cousin. Mm-hmm. And started going around and shit little by little and started fucking with him doing that. But I was in and out of jail the whole fucking time, so it took me a little longer to catch my my rhythm and shit on that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But like I listen to my old shit now, like damn, I used to fucking suck.
Is that where'd you start rapping? In prison or?
Now when I got out,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I got out of prison.
You had already knew they were making music when you were in prison?
Yeah, I tried it over the phone a couple times and shit, but it just never seemed to work.
Oh, serio?
Operator always like, getting on there, fucking it up, you know what I mean?
The remix.
Try to do like an X-rated
sound like
thing
a
and shit?
motherfucking
Yeah, we were
remix.
doing that. We got songs, and Little Lazy got music from over the phone. My homeboy Shorty, they recorded him. He's got like 40 years or some shit like that. Little Lazy
shit.
got 38
Shit.
years. But they're still doing their shit, you know?
It's crazy that you talk about rapping over the phone, right? I got this story, dog. So I'm locked up in the pen, right? And I think it was a vato named Chris or something from Whittier. This fool starts telling me, oh, I know this vato from Banning. He's from the IE. They're fucking hooked up with Mr. Criminal and shit, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, nah. And he's like, yeah, dog, you're from the IE. You should fucking get in contact with him. I'm like, I don't know this vato. He's like, when you get out. We come back in from yard. He's like, hey, fool, I got Lazy's number, dog. And I was like, Sergio, call him up. And he's like, I'm going to put you on the phone with him, and I want you to just fucking rap your ass off. He's going to fucking hook up with you when you get out and this and that. So that fool puts me on the phone with Lazy, dog. Right? And I'm talking about Lazy from Empire Riders, if you guys don't know who I'm talking about. And I get on that motherfucking phone, dog, and the song that I tell him that I'm rapping to him is the IE anthem, the E, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Banning, Boma, Emoreno Valle. I'm going, dog. I think I'm fucking spitting, you know? I think I'm gassing.
You had that
and
for a
shit.
minute, huh?
Yeah, for a long ass time, dog. So I'm going, you know how I rap loud as shit.
Yeah.
I'm fucking going almost out of breath. And I finish, and it's quiet on the phone. I'm like, and I was like, yeah, that's cool, dog. Hey, can you put Chris back on the phone? I was like, damn.
Put him on the shine.
Serio, I thought that was my big moment, dog. Like, I was like, hell yeah, I'm about to hook up with these vatos. And
He put a dick move.
yeah, he's like, hey, can you put the homie back on the phone?
That's just how he is. I hit the homie up all the time, like, what you doing? He's like, whatever I want. What the fuck kind of answer is that? You know what I mean? But fucking that's the homie. I've been knowing him since my whole life. My whole life.
Oh, serio?
Yeah.
The Mobbing in My Cortez, that came out, what, in 2008?
I'm not even sure, to be honest with you. Probably around there.
So that was
2008.
like close to when you got out or something?
Yeah.
Because you were in the music video.
Yeah, 2008, 2009.
I noticed that there was more members of the Empire Riders because the last album we saw, it was only Sanch, Danger, and Lazy, right?
Yeah.
Back then, it was like you, Sin, Sanch, Lazy, Danger.
We were all going to jail in and out.
Uh-huh.
Little Lazy ended up getting broken off, and we had started having like our, disagreements within the group, Mm-hmm. And I just decided to do my own thing and shit, and it worked for me.
Is it hard being in a group? Like,
I'm not really, because
and homies?
Big Sanchez is my cousin, Little Lazy's my cousin. Little Lazy and Big Lazy are brothers.
Okay.
Sinner's my cousin. They're all brothers and shit like that. So it's we're all family and shit. It was just and we're from the same neighborhood, you know what I mean? So it was like never no shit like that, but it was just more they didn't get along. Like some people were having disagreements with Criminal, and some of us didn't see what the problem was, and it was just one thing led to another. And
So then you went on your own, and then it stayed Lazy, Danger, and Sanch?
Lazy, Danger, and Sanch, and I think Sinner was locked up at the time.
Yeah, I remember because when I had first saw them start coming out, Sin wasn't around, and then I saw him dropping like freestyles and shit, and he said he like barely got out and shit.
Yeah. From there, just happened. Criminal called me one time and was like, "Hey, I'm thinking of starting my own label and shit. If I do it, you down to be with it?" Like, yeah, let's figure it out. We'll see what's up. We came up on the name and all that shit. He shot me the logo of the label and all that, so we ran with it. And he signed us all. So that's good because it was a good thing that we all.
He signed you guys as a group, or like you as a solo artist,
me
them
as a solo
group?
artist, them as the group.
Were you guys his first artist?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's dope. That's dope.
Pretty much. We've been fucking with him for years, though.
He was on the Mobbing in My Cortez, right?
Yeah. He heard that. We recorded that. He came to our studio. We did a video. He came to the studio. Lazy had it at his house at the time, and he heard it and he was like, "Hey, who is this?" I go, "That's us." He's like, "I want to get on that shit."
How did you guys how did he end up finding out about you guys in the first place?
He did a show for a birthday party in Banning.
Okay.
And one of my cousins ran into him and got his number and shit. And when I got out, he shot it to me, and I linked up with him from there.
Okay.
We paid for the feature, all that shit, and from there we just became friends,
Oh shit, that was a while back. You were just a young buck back then, huh?
Yeah, I was just chilling.
You were in the neighborhood though,
Yeah,
still running
doing my
around and
thing.
shit, huh?
Hell yeah.
Hey, was it a trip for you to like know that your homies are fucking dealing with somebody that big and shit?
Yeah, that shit was cool. I didn't think they were gonna make it that as high as they did, but they did their thing.
But once they make it, you feel like, fuck,
Yeah,
we
hell
all
yeah,
made that
yeah,
shit.
Those are my homies,
Yeah,
huh?
they did their thing.
That's right.
There was
Much
a
love
lot
for
of
that shit.
fucking a lot of hate too. There still is, There was a lot of hate even in the city. There's like motherfuckers are haters, dog. You know what I mean?
Serio?
Yeah, but
Even in the gang or
everywhere, dog,
Everywhere,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
right.
You're doing
Yeah.
something like positive or good, so someone's gonna hate. You put a YouTube video out, motherfuckers talking shit on the video. I don't even pay that shit no mind.
Everywhere I used to go, like when I was in prison and everything, everybody be like, "Man, when you get out, you should hook up with those fools from the IE, dog." Like
Yeah.
everybody was talking
I
about
remember you
guys,
hitting me
dog.
up, but I was on the road and shit.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I couldn't make the video.
This was way before that too.
Oh,
dog.
yeah?
Like I'm talking about like 2008, 2009 and shit. You
At
know?
that time, I was still going in and out too, and I would run in, go to Palm Hall and the homies. I'll see homies and they're like, "Hey, you fucking Diablo, right?" Like, "Yeah, where I know you from?" "Oh, I seen your videos and shit."
Diablo's already
You weren't
strapped,
even know
huh?
you were cracking that. You didn't know you were cracking.
Nah. And
Hey,
to
Diablo
this day,
beat
I
you to
don't
hit.
I don't think like that.
That's
I'm still in the streets, dog.
Dog,
You know what
you're
I mean?
cracking. My motherfucking album didn't clear because of you and shit, dog. I thought it was because I used some samples and shit, and I get an
yeah?
email. Remember I sent you the screenshots of the email? Like, damn,
I wish they would pay me like.
they wouldn't clear you, dog. I was like, fuck. And even when I tried to screenshot a picture of you the other day to say you were coming on the show and shit, and that shit it said it's copyrighted. You can't take a screenshot.
I hit
of
a
this
criminal
shit.
about that too, and I asked him like, "Hey, what's up? Why is the homie having such a hard time fucking?" He's like, "I don't know. I don't do none of that shit. I don't copyright none of your guys' shit." Like he goes, "I want to, so we could still fucking make our own money off of whatever too." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's like, "I don't do none of that shit." He goes, "So you're gonna have to look into that." So
Oh shit.
I have to see.
Before
I don't pay
criminal,
attention to none of that shit.
before criminal and all that, was there anybody else you thought of or anybody reached out about signing you or any of your homies or anything like that?
Nah, not really. To be honest, I never really listened to Chicano rap or nothing like that.
Yeah.
was a fan. I'm a fan of the game, like 50 Cent, shit like that. But I never was really a fan of it. Never really listened to it. I got out and Big Lazy was bumping it all the time, bumping Criminal and Little Rob.
Okay.
And I started listening to Criminal from there. So when we started doing music, I was like, I'm gonna work with this dude. You know what I mean? And just from there, we just kept working with each other. First, get your foot in the door. Of course, you're gonna pay a little bit of money, and then from there, it's just been organic
you
and
just do
shit.
your
You know
thing
what I mean?
and shit, huh?
Yeah. A lot of times too, I don't charge homies for features and shit like that neither. You know what I mean? Because I mean,
You know how it is.
I'm raised in the state, dog. I've been jail, YA all my life and shit. I didn't charge homies for drawings when I was doing that shit in there. But if your fucking shit is sorry, I'm gonna charge you. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Or if I need the money, I'm gonna charge you.
If you ain't coming with it, then you gotta pay and shit.
If I need some beans in the soup, G, hey, I seen you have it.
Yeah, or I'm just not gonna get on it.
Yeah.
How did you end up hooking up with Necio, dog? I mean, I know you guys are from the same neighborhood, but like, did you just come up to him one day and start rapping, or like, how did that shit happen?
This is my everyday homeboy right here.
Oh, serio?
Yeah, this is my everyday homeboy, dog. We do everything. We in the streets do everything together.
Okay.
Now,
This
we
is
calling the
all
new
I
album
fuck
The
with
Shooters
right
for a
here.
reason and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is my everyday homeboy, dog.
Hey, that's a good homie to have mentor you in the game and shit.
Yeah,
You know,
hell yeah,
like
for
you
sure.
couldn't want anything more, dog.
Yeah,
Like,
hell
that's
yeah.
dope. Hey, since we were mentioning when you guys were the first artists on Criminal's label, we were talking about Silent earlier off camera.
I don't know officially who was the first artist or nothing. I know that he called me. He threw around a couple names and shit of the label he wanted to call it. We agreed upon Crime Family sounded the best.
The homie Silent from Eastside, Colton, this vato showed me one day your video, dog, right?
Yeah.
I'm looking at it and it was from a gang.
I told him when he's ready to shoot him a feature.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna get at you. I haven't heard from him.
I saw that video, dog, and I hadn't been rapping for like fucking 8 or 10 years or something. And that video alone, made me want to start rapping again. That's when I came out with Southside and the IE and all that shit.
Yeah, I
dog.
appreciate that, dog.
I heard that shit. I was like, damn, that's dope. Are you a Chicano rapper or no? What do you consider
hell
yourself?
Yeah. I'm fucking Mexican, dog. We're all Chicano, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's all, what'd you think I was, G?
Some people don't like the
Nah, I
title,
don't
you
give a
know
fuck,
what I
dog.
mean?
I mean, yeah.
But when I heard it, I was like, he
That
don't
shit's
spit.
hard. That shit's hard. I used to fucking do my own little remix. G,
I don't
you know
really
what I'm
care
saying?
for the
label?
being put in the box, you know what I mean? But I'm a gangster rapper, you know what I mean? I'm Chicano, so that's what they're gonna put us in, and that's what I'm gonna ride with it, you know what I mean? But that song, I lived in Riverside at that time, dog. I heard that beat. I bought that beat off Ace Beats. I think he's from Ontario, or somewhere.
Is he?
Kuka or something.
Oh shit, he be doing a lot of music with people
Yeah,
too, though.
and I got the beat from him, and I probably made that song in like 45 minutes.
Oh shit, no way.
Yeah, wrote it, recorded it right there in my room. My kid's mom at the time was asleep behind me in the bed and shit. I'm sitting there recording this shit, you know what I mean? And I had tossed around a couple songs like, hey, which one do you think is best to make the video first, you know? Because I figured, hey, I'll be the first one to drop an album on this label.
Yeah.
I'll be the first one to get the attention.
Oh, hold on, dog. Hold on.
My album was already done. You know what I'm saying? My album was already done, pretty much. I put like 2 more songs afterwards.
Were you recording before you signed?
Yeah, the album was
okay,
gonna
okay.
come out regardless. You know what I'm
So
saying?
Criminal walked into a good situation with you
well,
then,
he,
huh?
Come up.
Hell yeah,
yeah.
that's like a fucking real big come up right there.
You know what though, man? I could say this. People got a lot to say like about everybody. Like, I'll address it. Motherfuckers go on saying, "Oh, I don't get paid. I don't get this. I don't get that." I get paid. You know, I get all my statements. Homeboy's been nothing but real.
And you're
So,
talking about
as far as
Mr. Criminal.
as far as criminal, you know, and as far
okay.
as, you know, this little situation with the label, you know,
Yeah,
I'm sure
yeah.
you've seen people make posts. I'm
Oh,
sure
yeah, I've seen a lot of
that
people,
reached
yeah.
out talking and shit, you know, talking about they're unsatisfied with their deal. They need to work a little harder. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, and I'm not trying to be arrogant or nothing, because it's just, it is what it is. If your shit's not selling, it's not selling. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
Don't expect a big ass check if you ain't moving nothing. huh?
Exactly. Get your statements. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah,
all it is.
yeah.
And if you think you could do better on your own, go your own way. You know what I mean? And that's just, no disrespect to nobody, but that's just how the game goes, you know what I mean? Sometimes even like if my sales ain't that much, sometimes homeboy would throw extra on that for me.
Oh, serio?
Yeah, like
That's love.
homeboy showed nothing but love, dog, you know what I mean? If
Yeah.
homeboy ever need me for any situation, I'll be right there.
So you're saying in your experience, no matter what anybody says, in your experience with Mr. Criminal, it's always been good. The business has always been
Everything's
solid.
been good. You know, sometimes he's hit me up to pick up a check and it wasn't even no album sales. You know what I mean? Like, and, that homeboy's, that's my friend. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That's my friend and shit.
You went touring and everything.
He's just
Fucking-
looking
how
out
is that?
for you and shit, huh? Oh, I know, dog.
Well, that's what it is. I was on the road when From a Gang dropped. So he got that RV wrapped up. What's up with it, G? We got that RV wrapped
Oh,
up.
Jay
and
the
shit.
Great, what up, my boy?
What's up, killer? So you know the homie, right? You remember the homie?
What's up, G?
Yeah.
How you doing?
Yeah.
So touring, how is it going to different places? And what's the furthest places you went?
The furthest we went to El Paso, Texas. Then that hurricane hit,
Oh shit.
and fucking we just turned back because Houston was flooded. Everything was flooded. So
Oh, shit.
that shit would end up being a boat, and I'm good. I'm good on that shit, dog.
He's like, fuck all that shit, huh?
And how is it?
I ain't a
people
sailor,
embrace
I'm a
you?
gangster and shit.
In Texas, not so much. But shout out to the homie Jax from 6th Street. That's the homie Slowpoke's brother-in-law.
Okay.
That homie and his homeboy showed nothing but love out there, dog. Them homies are real righteous homeboys. He pulled up with motherfucking shit like, you need something? Hit me up.
That's right.
Other people put up like, oh, you know out here on Jax. Oh, okay. You know.
Oh, they already knew,
Yeah,
huh?
that fool's with the
yeah.
business, dog. He's good people.
That's what's up,
That's
that's
right.
what's up.
Good people. Slowpoke's another good homie. Shout out to him. If you ain't heard his music, go listen to that shit.
That's right.
And was that your first time going out on tour?
First time, yeah.
And then you made it to Texas and back? Because I know you made it further than that since.
Yeah, like went to Brazil and did shows and shit like that.
How was
but
that shit, dog? Brazil,
It was cool. It was
homie?
cool. You know, I expected to go out there and see like all kinds of fucking bitches and shit. You know.
You thought it was going to be the Snoop Dogg video?
Hey, I thought,
He thought everybody was walking around naked and shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna do some shit, but it was nothing like that.
Hey,
you know?
that about to bumping the Snoop Dogg song. Beautiful.
But
like this
you know what the
How
best
was
thing?
it, though?
The best thing about that trip was none of them spoke English. You know what I mean? We communicated through Google Translate and shit like that, you know, but when we hit that stage and everybody in that crowd was singing along to your fucking music,
You feel that shit.
yeah, you like, goddamn, my shit hit all the way over here and they don't even speak English.
They just know every word to that
They know every
motherfucker?
word to that shit.
That's
you know what I mean?
tight.
Crazy.
That's
Crazy,
tight.
dog. You know
was
what I
that like the best moment of your career so far? Because I can imagine something.
Yeah,
I can
probably,
only
yeah.
imagine something like
Probably.
that.
You know, it's weird to me and shit though. You know what I mean? Like I'll go to Disneyland. I used to go to Disneyland with the kids. People come ask for autograph, and I feel weird. Like, what the fuck you want my autograph for?
You remember the
You know what I mean?
holy
Like-
shit Diablo with that little kid in the video?
Oh yeah, hey, that shit was crazy, dog. we were shooting that video, and that car belongs to my friend that I grew up with. They live in Paso Robles. They were like, let's hit this alley and shit. We'll get some little scenes right there. Cool.
Yeah.
So we see some little kids playing, and right over there, like, hey, you look like a rapper. Are you a rapper? I go, yeah, I rap. Are you Diablo? Like, yeah. Oh, fuck.
He said, holy shit, Diablo.
Yeah. And he fucking fell down. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah.
He fainted and shit? Oh,
No, and he like tried to run to the car and he fell.
oh
Yeah,
shit.
and we were like, oh, just kept going, like, fuck it. And then they rode their bikes, caught up with us down the block and shit. So I gave them some T-shirts and shit.
Oh shit, that's dope. That's dope.
Their mom contacted me on Instagram and was like, thanks for the shirt, shit like that. And I had asked her if it was okay if I put her kids in the video, you know?
Yeah.
She was cool with it.
She's
so-
like, I didn't know they cuss, huh?
Yeah, no, she was like,
She's like, there's some ghetto kids.
she had DM me a video of them the next day, like, one was standing on top of the car, the rest were hanging out the car, bumping my music, dancing and
Yeah.
shit. And I was like, God
Ghost
damn.
ride the whip.
Yeah,
Ghost ride
I
the
can
whip.
imagine later on how fucking them kids are gonna be.
They're gonna be like one of your music videos.
They're like, they were like shirts.
They
You
gonna
borrow
be-
$100.
They're gonna be one of the homie Sallies or some shit.
Take me on tour with you and shit. Take me on tour.
Yeah.
I remember when I first hit you up, dog. Cause like I said, I had always admired you and shit, you know, and I had heard about you guys before. When I got out, I think MySpace was still around or some shit like that, you know?
Hey, real quick though, like with the homies and shit from Empire Riders, I know a lot of people think there's like some like confusion or beef. There's never been no beef between none of us.
You
Those
guys
my
are, you
homeboys,
guys are
they're my
family. There
family.
can't be beef, dog.
We're gonna come out with a new album. We're gonna start working on
All
a
of
new
you guys
album.
together?
All of us. We're gonna try and get a little lazy on it again.
Let me get jumped in the Empire Riders, dog. I want to be
we
part
could-
of that.
We could be on it. We could be on it. You know what I
I
mean?
want to be part of that album.
Y'all ain't fucking with the south side. Bang on them, down and swing on them. Fuck a one-on-one, boy, we get the whole gang on them. Double S, it ain't a question. Who you pressing? Smith and Wesson, learn your lesson. Pop, 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 go to heaven, bitch. South side, ride for the cause. Haters run their mouth, blow. Why are they jaw? Better recognize, boy. The blue bandana, who's a blammer. Tooth with hammers, lose your manners. Peel them like a new banana. We got masses, honeys with big asses. Haters tripping, we're flicking them like ashes. Dodge hits and sticking them like cashes. Make hits and show them what real gas is. We about that life, aquí para mi raza, better get that right. Controlamos a todo con los cholos, mi gente. Puro sud, puro sud, puro sud 13. Uno tres double S, this outside, bitch. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All blue from my head to my shoe, got red. Southside, Southside. Uno tres double S, this Southside, bitch. Yeah, 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 yeah. All blue from my head to my shoe, got drip. Y'all ain't fucking with the South.